I am live. Okay, so look. I was minding my own business. I was minding my own business. Look, I was just in the airport doing me. Like, the content just writes itself. I was minding my own blackety black business. I was in the airport. My husband and I had to take my daughter to some sort of competition thing, right? A tournament. So I was like, all right, I'm sitting in the airport, minding my own black business. We're all on our devices acting like we don't know how to talk to each other because, it's morning time. But, we wanted to just, look, it was this weekend. So I decided to make a tickety talk. I'm going to show you. This is what I did. Now, look, don't judge my singing. Some of these accounts. But anyway, let's go back. Let's go back. Here we go. Thank you for following me. Anyway, I'm trying to make this TikTok. Now look, daughter and everybody. I'm here trying to make a TikTok. Can you see me? Let me bring myself up. I'm trying to make a TikTok because we've got some time to burn. So I make my TikTok after a couple of takes, and I finally just said, "Screw it, we're just gonna go ahead with it," right? I started scrolling through TikTok and I come across some shenanigans. By the way, for those of you who are new to my channel, I am the Black Opinionated Woman, also known as the B.O.W. Now, I don't typically like to focus on passport bros and all that. I mean, I see some of it, but I try to keep it moving because there's enough people out there making content on it. They do a much better job than me. But I felt like getting my hee-haws today. So let me go ahead and hee-haw. Now look at this. Let me add this to the stream. Let me change.
Okay. And as you see, this just came out this year, 2023. Passport Bros, y'all done blew the spot up in South America. Damn. It says, YouTuber norteamericano graba videos estimulando turismo sexual in Salvador y criticado. Y'all don't need to be able to read Portuguese to know what that says. Y'all don't need to be able to know Portuguese to know what that means. Passport Bros, they done caught on to y'all predatory behavior. But wait, there's more. Look at who they got.
Now, I didn't know who this was at first, okay? So let me tell you how much of living under a rock I am. Apparently, this is a well-known passport bro / hoe. And I say / hoe for a reason. Stay with me. This guy, as you see here, the brown skin guy, not a bad looking guy. His name, hold on, let me get my banner up. Everything's alleged until proven to be true or untrue. I don't know, whatever it is. I'm just this because this was just hilarious. So his name is Austin Holloman. Okay. Now, apparently, he's a well-known hoe with a passport. Now, before I get into this, let me just say this because, I'm feeling kind of cheeky today. I took off from work and this is the thumbnail you selected to get in here. So I was on a domestic flight, doing a thing, with my family. My daughter had a tournament and I just threw some passports up there because I wanted to be shady. Now, those 6 passports you see are real passports for everyone in my family. We do travel outside the country, but I just love giggling at this because we actually use our passports to travel for culture, food, experiences, changes in, I want to say topography, right? Whatever the landscape is. Topography is a type of font, isn't it? I can't remember. Anyway, so we use our passports for all kinds of good stuff. But now they're talking about this. So let's continue this because I was minding my business. Okay. All I want to do was just do a quick little TikTok here and there, get a couple of hee-haws at some cats and dogs because the cat and dog videos on TikTok are hilarious. At least they are to me. However, this gentleman who's reporting on this is called the Real King Brujo. I don't know. He must be some well-known guy or something. I don't know. But anyway, this guy in the picture, the brown skin guy, Austin Holloman, apparently this is like This is like a thing. So look, let's continue because I'm cracking up.
Right there in 4K, y'all main passport bro savior, Austin Holloman, o YouTuber norteamericano Austin Holloman, graba videos que estimula o turismo sexual. They done, yo, passport bros, now y'all done blew the spot up in South America, man. Y'all done made the spot hot. All that tricking that y'all was doing, you try to lie. See, we seen the game. Y'all try to act like, oh, we just going over there to find traditional women. And while y'all was saying that, you was shitting on American women. Now the truth is coming out. The truth is coming out why y'all don't got a problem with Fabio busting down Maria when you ain't there. You know?
Wait. So look, this all gets better because I'm like, what is going on? Now I heard of this whole passport bro thing. All I know was I'm in the airport with my daughter and my husband. We gotta burn some time before our flight. And I just wanted to make a simple TikTok. Let's go back to me because, well, I'm feeling like a narcissist. Go back to me. This is all I wanted to do was thank people for following me. Ready? Go. Thank you for following me.
Anyway, I'm trying to make this TikTok, but my daughter and everybody keeps coming around.
So now, keep in mind, because I just had to gratuitous throw myself in there. I'm like, why is this even in my timeline? All I wanted to do was see some Black girl follow train stuff, some cats and dogs, or anything with pets, or anything funny, or when people make fun of bad cooking. I get my hee-haws at that. But this, oh no, homie was setting it off.
Then when Enrique be running up in Maria when you not there. Because y'all over there, like the article said, stimulating the sexual tourism economy. That's what you guys are doing. And it's known. Now y'all can't say, oh, that's not what's going on. Because it's documented in the Brazilian news. Damn.
Now, at this point, I'm like, so is this like a thing? Oh my gosh. Now, I fly to my destination with my daughter and my husband, checking on my kids that we left home here with my oldest. And, you know, my mother-in-law was here for a short period of time. Get there, do my thing. I really couldn't see. I'm trying to get on TikTok and see something. So I just really didn't get a chance to get all into it. And I was caught up in the activities of the weekend, but I caught some. Now, on the way back, or was it this morning? I can't remember. I'm losing. It might be early this morning or late last night on our flight back. I can't remember because it's been a minute. The time is all blending together. Homie sets it off again. Look.
Breaking news with incoming receipts. The passport bro savior, Austin Holloman, is now currently being harassed, threatened, and ran out of Brazil. And guess by who? Those passive, submissive, feminine Brazilian beauties. As you can see here, what he posted. You have seen the end of Brazil on my channel.
Now, look, let me just say for the record, I know someone who used to travel to the Dominican Republic all the time for the El Nana. Now, he told me he was going for, more submissive women and stuff like that. This was like years ago, maybe a handful of years ago. And I was like, these women they're basically a little more sophisticated, what we would call sex workers or whatever, right? I'm like, because when you're not there, they're giving all that money and stuff to other people. Like, you are not what you think you are to these women. But if that's what you want to do what you want to do. But I just want to make this clear. This is not true love. They're just looking for a meal ticket and some coin or whatever. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened. Let me just say for the record, because I'm not trying to be shady, but maybe a little bit. Let me tell you something, passport. No, wait, let me finish this first and then we'll get to the point.
Oh my God. They're running this boy out of Brazil, y'all. Passport bros. But wait, there's more. He also posted this post right here, which he's calling out the Brazilian women for siding with the American women, in which he says, imagine siding with the same, all caps, same women that called you luts, desperate, poor, and astutes. Wow. What sense does that make? So now he's upset that the Brazilian women have banded together somehow with the American women all across country lines in continents, right? To band together to rid themselves and purge themselves of this passport bro pandemic. This is a crazy turn of events. When I say the jokes literally write themselves, and God has the biggest sense of humor ever.
Now look, I played that for a reason because at this point now, I'm home. I'm like, the world is crashing and burning, Chicken Little. Ah! I was like, what happened? What happened? All I wanted to do was take my child to go do her thing, hop on this plane, and get back. Let me tell you, it gets better. So on my timeline, I should have downloaded something, but like, so, or maybe it was YouTube, but now you got women, not just in Brazil or Brazil, they are around the world setting it off. The passport bros. So then I was like, all right, all right, all right. I'm not here to cape with the brothers, but I'm like, all right, y'all need to go hard on everybody then, because the original passport bro, in my opinion, well, I won't say the original, but one of the originals are military men. Now, there are many of you, hey, I'm not knocking those who found their love overseas, because there are legitimate relationships that are found with women who are overseas. But a whole lot of military men go overseas to like Asia or wherever. Well, I said what I said. I said what I said. But let me tell you something. The ones that don't look like me, the ones who are more like this, they don't go around making whole pot. Well, let me rephrase this, because there's always an exception to every rule. They just go do what they're going to do and bring them home. They go overseas, find somebody. I've seen some of the most unattractive, I just made unattractive, gross, lacking in personality men or whatever go overseas and come back with somebody, okay? But what they don't do is make whole podcasts about I just can't. So they just go do it. And then, at least they wife them up. They'll wife them up and bring them back to the States, and the rest is history. So, but I just have to call a thing a thing. If you're gonna go out there passporting and airporting, I like making up words for some reason today. Why do they talk so much? So now you get out there in these streets, and there was something that came out not too long ago about a lot of these men going to these countries, and they're getting fired up. They are getting drugged. They're getting their items and personal effects stolen from them. I mean, it's dangerous. Now, I'm not saying every place is like that, but in South America, you hit Colombia and some of these other places, oh, they've got something for you. These women are all working together. Like I was telling a buddy of mine I knew when he was going to the DR, I'm like, these people know each other. I'm like, they see you getting off the plane, they're like, cha-ching. And I would give them game, and I'm not even Dominican. I'm like, oh yeah, I would be totally blowing up your head. I totally would if I needed, something. I'd be like, you know what, you're just so nice. I don't know why the women in your country don't treat you like the man you are. You know, you're so kind and you're a provider and I'll do this for you. Oh, I mean, I would tell him all the things and he would be like, you know, this chick said what you said. I'm like, of course she did. Of course. Anyway, let me just say this. Some of the original passport bros are dudes in the military. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a comment here. What's going on? Interesting, sister. Oh, I'm not sure. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Explain. So I was just like, look, I'm not saying it's right or not right, but they go on out there and they just go passport broing. They don't talk about it. But not the ding dongs here in the United States who are not part of the military. I mean, the ones who want to create these silly podcasts. This is why I got most of it out of my feed. So they get on these things and they yip and they yap. They yip and they yap about I could not believe I'm just minding my own business in the airport with my husband trying to take my daughter to her tournament. All I wanted to do was make a nice little narcissistic TikTok. Let's look at it again. Look at it again.
Thank you for following me. Anyway, I'm trying to make this TikTok, but my daughter and
Anyway, so I went on and on and on and on. All I can say is, oh, he said what I'm saying is interesting. Hey, I'm not sure if you caught it from the beginning, but these clowns, I didn't know who this Austin Holloman was. Apparently, the Austin Holloman dude went there, and now it's being ran up out of Brazil. And the guy that was talking about it was the real King Brujo, Brujo, on TikTok. So I was like, I'm getting the crash course, and I guess who's the mover and the shaker, or the movers and shakers in the passport bros? I guess it's like a movement, but I'm like cracking up because if you go back to my picture, you know, I'm cheeky today. I'm on a domestic flight Southwest to my location, but I threw my passports up there because I'm like, oh, you know what? I should have taken this airplane off. As you see, these passports there, my family, we use our passports for not that. We don't care about sex tourism. We are literally looking at new environments, listening to new languages, trying new food, new experiences, new cultural experiences, all that good stuff. I remember I had posted that one time on TikTok, and someone's like, "Oh, these look like they're new." I'm like, "Well, when you are traveling all the time, for those of you know that you have to get new passports within 6 months of traveling because they won't let you in the country, whatever country you're trying to visit or whatever, right? And we've used ours enough, and plus because my kids are minors at the time. Well, they are technically still minors. You have to renew those every 5 years, and adults get theirs renewed every 10 years. Now, for those of you who travel enough, you would know that. Let me go ahead and move on. Anyway, so here I am. Like I said, I was just minding my business. And this guy, he was setting it off.
Oh, look at this article. Now, this is in the Brazilian news, okay? And as you see, this.
Yeah, I'm not going to replay that. And if you want to hear that, you can go ahead and watch the replay. But let me tell you, I played 2 videos. Now, at this point, I just want to say this. For the passport bros who look like me, who want to go out and find true love, go find it. What I don't understand is, why do you have to tell everybody? They say you move in silence, right? Like when you're training. But for example, my children, when they're training for whatever sports or whatever it is, you don't have to tell everybody, I am training to do so and so. I am learning this skill. You just do it. You train in silence. And when it's game time or time to show or whatever it is on the field or whatever it is, people will see. They will see. So when people are doing things, whether you're starting a business, learning a new skill or whatever, you just do it. You don't have time to tell everybody what you're doing because you're too busy going through the process of doing it, right? So if you're going to go do it, just go do it. Because the original passport bros and baby daddies were people who did not look like us. Why do you think we all have these varying skin tones, right? So if you're gonna go be a passport, bro, go passporting and broing. I just couldn't believe this, but it gets better. So now, at this point, I'm back home. I'm finished airporting and traveling because you know, like they pick up words now. And I'm seeing all this come across my timeline. I'm like, what just happened? Oh my goodness, the world's crashing and burning. But this was my favorite part for some reason. I'm going to play this little clip that I thought was like, well, darn, I really wanted to say something else. Check this out. This wasn't a passport, bro. This was a child. Look.
Okay, that makes sense.
And now I know.
Wait.
I'm gonna say it right now. You don't know how to. I used to grow up and want to be like you.
Huh?
I used to grow up and I wanted to be like you.
Okay, that makes sense.
And now I know.
What you mean you don't want to be like me? Who you want to be like?
You're an awesome dad. You give me everything I want, but you don't know how to treat women. You're the only one in this family that their girlfriend don't appreciate them. You never wanted to hold your girlfriend's hand or walk with her or take her on a date. You always act like you're the head of the relationship. Moon know how to treat people. He took his girlfriend to Mexico just because. Moon know how to treat his girlfriend. Aries know how to treat his girlfriend. George know how. But you don't. You're the only person in this family that don't know how to treat a girl.
I don't know, because I'm not sweet? Because I'm not sweet, you don't want to be like? You don't want to...
That's the whole point of getting a girlfriend. Cause if my mama, she was always rude to you, you wouldn't even want to be with her, would you? Would you?
No.
Exactly. So why do you think she would want to be with you if you was nice? Explain. Now you just want to sit there looking dumb.
A little disrespectful.
Because people are always trying to not hurt your feelings and tell you everything that's not what you really are.
Was like out of the mouth of babes. So look, now let me just say for the record, there are tons of Black men who are not behaving in this manner, right? I shouldn't have to say, well, not all Black men, but apparently out here in this YouTube streets, I have to say these things. Don't ask me why I'm still wearing my jacket. I guess because I went to Iceland in October for an anniversary. I love my little jacket. I know it's bright yellow, it's popping and locking, and it's like a security blanket or something. So basically, I wear it all the time. Leave me alone. Anyway, I hate that I have to qualify, but apparently on this app, I actually have to qualify. And it's sad. Not all Black men are like that. Of course not. You know, my daughter, and my sons too, my daughter is the apple of my husband's eye. Like, this joker doesn't even know how to like not say no to her. I'm like, you literally have to tell her no or she'll be undateable. I'm like, so I had to go to my daughter. I'm like, no. Anyway, I digress. It's completely slightly off topic. What I'm saying is there are men who look like me who are great men. I'm not saying every relationship is perfect. It's not, but there's so many. It's just so disproportionate what's going on in the community that it makes it seem like most Black men are X, Y, and Z. We do have problems in this community, which is the reason why you can't get that out of the mouth of babes. A child saying like, dude, like, I don't see you holding hands. So the child referenced Mexico. People who are going to be very surface level thinking are going to be like, see, you just want money. It's not about Mexico. It could have been anything. Take your girlfriend down the street to, that's a bad example. Take her to Mexico. Take her to the ice cream parlor. Well, it's cold now, but it's not about Mexico. But there are people who will see that and try to make that the focal point. Borderline straw man argument. And what I'm saying is it's such a shame that this weekend, there were all these videos coming out about passport bros being exposed. Now you got women making TikTok and videos all around the world calling this out. Actually, many of them are I mean, there's some who are going to always side with them, right? There are women who are like, you treat your Black American women like trash. Yeah. I was like, yo, the child is out there calling out. I assume it was the daddy. And all I was just trying to do was make a TikTok about me. Okay. I just want to be like, thank you for following me. I just wanted to use that. That was the new voice track that they're using on TikTok right now. But anyway, I just wanted to say, passport bros, what is really the issue? Why are you struggling? Why are you struggling so much? Because even when I lived overseas for several years. I lived in Turkey and I lived in Germany. And let me tell you, and Germany is not a third world country. Trust. You can find that same behavior in military towns out in the middle of nowhere. You can find a sweet, submissive woman who wants to escape. Okay. So this is how, when I'm thinking of the Black passport bros, this is how I know they're so full of crap. Because if you want to get that type of woman, even if it was a non-Black woman or whatever, you can find that. But you can find that here in the United States. You can go to a very poor town and find a sweet, submissive woman. You sure can. One who wants to get out of that town. I've seen it. And if you talk to people who've been in the military, they will tell you. Now, those who don't look like me, that's not something that they typically go around bragging about. Even the ones who like order brides who are not in the military, the mail order brides. They don't have to, you know what I mean? So anyway, I just look at these Black passport bros and I feel like there is a demon running through the community. I definitely feel like these men are lacking in self-esteem. I don't care how many times you want to tell me that you're an alpha male, you just want traditional families and stuff like that. I'm like, no, you don't, because you're not even behaving traditional. You can't afford to take care of a woman here. So you're going to go somewhere and you're going to try to pull the Jedi mind trick on some lady who is smarter than you think. Maybe the language barrier might present itself, but she also is looking for something, right? And I don't knock it. Everybody wants something. So you got these women who are looking for something, whatever that thing is. I can say something or something, right? These women are looking for something, an escape, whatever it is. All I can say is this. If you want a sweet, submissive woman, all you have to do is go to small town America. There are plenty of women who want to leave Podunk City, America. So what's the real thing? Because at the end of the day, much of what I'm hearing is some of it's rooted in anti-Blackism. I'm just making up all kinds of words today. You have people it's rooted in anti-Blackness. You've got people who really are struggling with themselves. They're struggling with themselves. And much of their self-esteem, in my opinion, is rooted in their perceived sexual prowess. Anyway, so look, I had a little bit of time today. I took off from work. I was tired, but I sent my child to school. She was ready to go. I sent her and her brothers off to school. And now I got to go for a coffee date and a lunch date with some friends. Anyway, look, I want to thank everybody for allowing me to hee-haw, because this whole situation was hilarious. I was heeing and I was hawing. All right. I need to get off of this situation. Let me see. Do I want to use my outro? I'll use my outro today.